Browsing a journal by title. In a previous video, we talked about searching the Primo catalog for books and articles. There are also video tutorials available for searching a database by topic. But how about a situation where your assignment asks you to browse for an article in a specific journal? In some cases, you may have been given the name of a journal, such as Applied Nursing Research, and asked to select an article of interest. But in other cases, you may have chosen a journal title published by a professional association, such as the Journal of School Nursing, and need to browse recent issues in that journal. So let's look at an easy way to use a database like CINAHL to search for a specific journal by title. Databases are searchable indexed collections. Some are general reference collections, while others may be focused on a particular academic area like business or nursing. Some are more user-friendly than others, and some are small specialty collections like Joanna Briggs or Cochrane, while others are huge resources like CINAHL and Medline. In this case, the CINAHL database contains articles from over 3,000 journals relating to nursing and allied health. These contents are updated constantly, and at any given time, CINAHL will contain over 1 million entries. You'll be using a variety of different databases resources for your nursing courses at PNW, but CINAHL is always a great place to start a search. You can access CINAHL in several ways. First, you can start from the library homepage and look for the Primo quick search box. Directly below the search window, you'll see a link for databases. Clicking this link will open an A to Z list of databases that PNW subscribes to. You can see that as of this recording, the library has access to nearly 180 databases. If you know the name of the database you want to open, you can click on the appropriate letter, or you can use the drop-down Subjects box to see a list of the databases for nursing. I'll select the letter C now, and I can see a link to the CINAHL database. In order to open a database from off-campus, you'll be prompted to enter your PNW login. Just for purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to back out now and return to the library homepage to remind you of another way to access these resources. From the Primo search box, the same place we found the databases link, we can also select the library guides link. This takes us to a page of subjects. Scrolling down to Nursing, we'll display a list of LibGuides to support dozens of nursing courses. You can select the guide to your current course. For example, Nursing 181. Hopefully you remember from previous videos that this is one place to find the contact information for your librarian. Every LibGuide for nursing courses will contain a tab for nursing databases. By clicking this tab, I can see a list of databases that relate specifically to nursing classes at PNW, and the database at the top of the list is CINAHL Complete. Here we have a basic search box and also a link immediately below that for an advanced search screen. In nearly all of your research, you'll begin here by typing in search terms. However, in this case, we're not looking for a topic. We're looking for a specific journal. So I'll use this publications link in the blue bar at the top of the page. Now CINAHL is displaying a long alphabetical list of the journals that it draws its articles from. Let's say that you're interested in a future career in school nursing. You found that the National Association of School Nurses publishes a bi-monthly publication called the Journal of School Nursing. We'll use this second browsing box to search for that journal by title. So here's the record for the Journal of School Nursing, and we can see that this database contains records going back to 1991. The list also tells us that CINAHL has full text for this journal from 2004 to the present. I'll select the journal title, and now CINAHL is showing the publication details for Journal of School Nursing. There's information here on the publisher location, the number of issues produced a year, etc. One feature of note is the last piece of information at the bottom. CINAHL tells us whether or not the journal is peer-reviewed. Peer-reviewed journals send their articles out for review by subject experts or peers for fact-checking before the articles are published. Naturally, this means that journals with peer review policy are higher in reliability. In this case, I'm glad to note that the journal we're browsing is indeed peer-reviewed. Over in the right margin, you can see blue links to various years. Selecting a year will display the issues published in that year. Let's select 2020. Here I can see several issues and choose one to browse. Clicking on the February link, I see a list of the articles that were published in that issue. Scrolling down, I can see the titles displayed along with citation information, such as author names, page numbers, etc. Each article also shows a red and white PDF icon. Clicking on the PDF will open the full text of the article. So here's the full text for recurrent pain and academic achievement. And a quick scroll shows that all the tables, graphs, photos are displayed in full. Using the icons in the right margin, you can save, email, or print the article. Returning to CINAHL, let's try one more example. If you have an assignment to select an article from a title, such as Applied Nursing Research, you can type in the name of the journal in the browse box. The index tells us that CINAHL does contain articles from this journal. However, it only holds direct PDF links to full text of articles from 2013 to 2015. Some journal publishers do not give copyright permission for their contents to be displayed in an electronic database like CINAHL. But don't let that discourage you. We may still be able to obtain the article, as you'll see in a moment. I'll select the journal title. And now we see the publication details for Applied Nursing Research. From the right margin, I'll select 2020, and I'll choose the February issue. Scrolling down, instead of the PDF icon that will display full text directly, I see in every article the phrase "check for full text availability." As we mentioned earlier, CINAHL doesn't have copyright permission to show full text from some journals. In this case, the database is offering to search other PNW subscriptions to see if it can find full text in another resource for us. For article number 10 on this list, Patient Fall Risk and Prevention Strategies, I'll click on Check for Full Text Availability to see what it finds. CINAHL has found that the full text of this article can be found in the Elsevier Science Direct database. Clicking on any of these blue links should open the article for me. I'm now in the February 2020 issue of Applied Nursing Research and can select my article by title to download the article. Using the full text for availability link will not always work. Sometimes the database you're in simply won't find another PNW resource that contains full text for the article you're seeking. In that case, you'll need to return to the results list and select another journal to browse. But I found that using that full text for availability link will connect me with full text about 50% of the time, so it's worth searching. One final note. When you're in the publication index in CINAHL, you can also use the same browse box to search for a journal by subject. For example, if you're interested in hospice nursing, but you don't know the exact name of any journal in that subject area, you can use this box to tell the browse field that you want to search by subject and description. Now I'll enter the word hospice. And here I see a range of journals relating to hospice care that are included in the CINAHL database. We can see from the descriptions that some articles contain direct PDF, while others may not. Much of the searching you're going to be doing in CINAHL and other resources will involve using the right combination of keywords to search for studies on a topic, regardless of what journal they're found in. But it's nice to know that databases can also be used to browse specific journal titles for articles that match your interest. I encourage you to experiment with databases like CINAHL, Medline, JBI, and Cochrane to see how they're alike and how they're different from one another. And be sure to visit the Video Tutorials tab on your course library guide to discover the many other ways to use these resources to benefit your coursework. Thank you.